What you believe about the world feels real, solid, unquestionable. But what if some of those beliefs are completely wrong? There are truths so strange, so unexpected, that once you understand them, you can never go back to thinking the same way again. Human beings live inside patterns of thinking that feel natural, but are often incomplete. From the way you see time, to how you understand reality, your mind builds a version of the world that helps you function, but not always one that reflects the deeper truth. You came to the right video because today, we're not just sharing random facts. We're exploring ideas that challenge the way you think, the way you decide, and even the way you see yourself. Number 1. Your brain filters reality. You never see the full truth. Every moment of your life, your brain is receiving more information than it can possibly process. Sounds, colors, movements, details, millions of pieces of data are constantly surrounding you. But instead of showing you everything, your brain filters most of it out, presenting only what it thinks is important. This means that what you experience is not reality itself, but a simplified version designed for survival and efficiency. Think about how two people can witness the same situation but describe it completely differently. One notices details that the other misses, one focuses on emotion while the other focuses on logic. This is not because one is right and the other is wrong, it's because their brains filtered the experience differently. Understanding this changes how you react to life. You become less certain about your assumptions and more open to new perspectives. Instead of believing you always see the full picture, you begin to question what might be missing, and that awareness makes your thinking deeper and more accurate. Number 2, you are controlled by habits more than you realize. Most people believe they make decisions consciously, but in reality, a large portion of daily behavior is automatic. From the way you wake up, to how you spend your time, your actions are often driven by habits formed over time rather than deliberate choices. This explains why change feels so difficult. It's not just about deciding to do something different, it's about rewiring patterns that have been repeated for months or even years. Your brain prefers familiarity because it requires less energy, which is why it keeps pulling you back into the same routines. Once you understand this, you stop blaming yourself for lack of discipline and start focusing on changing your habits instead. You realize that success is not built on motivation alone, but on systems and routines that guide your behavior even when you don't feel like trying. Number 3, your thoughts shape your reality more than circumstances. Two people can face the same challenge and experience completely different outcomes, not because their situations are different, but because their interpretations are. The way you think about something influences how you feel, how you act, and ultimately what result you create. For example, one person may see failure as proof that they are not capable, while another sees it as a learning opportunity. The first person becomes discouraged and stops trying, while the second grows stronger and improves. Over time, these small differences in thinking create massive differences in life results. This doesn't mean you can ignore reality, but it does mean your perception plays a powerful role in shaping it. When you learn to control your thoughts, you gain control over your responses, and that is where real power begins. Number 4, time feels faster as you grow older, and there's a reason. As a child, a single year feels long and full of experiences. But as you grow older, time seems to pass faster, almost as if life is speeding up. This is not just imagination, it's a psychological effect linked to how your brain processes new experiences. When you are young, everything is new, so your brain records more details, making time feel longer in memory. As you age, routines become repetitive, and fewer new experiences are stored, making time seem shorter when you look back. Understanding this can change how you live. By actively seeking new experiences, learning new skills, and breaking routines, you can slow down your perception of time and make life feel richer and more meaningful. Number 5. Most of your fears are learned, not real. Fear feels powerful and convincing, but many of the fears you carry were not born with you, they were learned over time. Experiences, environment, and even other people's opinions shape what you become afraid of. For example, a child may not fear failure until they are criticized or compared. Over time, that fear grows stronger, influencing decisions and limiting opportunities. What started as a small experience becomes a major mental barrier. Recognizing this gives you control. When you question your fears, you often discover that many of them are not based on real danger, but on past conditioning. And once you see that, you can begin to break free from them. Number 6. Your environment quietly shapes who you become. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environment you live in all influence your thinking more than you realize. Over time, you begin to adopt the habits, beliefs, and behaviors that surround you. This is why some environments push you to grow while others hold you back. Being around motivated, disciplined individuals naturally raises your standards, while negative or unproductive environments can slowly lower them. Once you understand this, you become more intentional about your surroundings. You realize that changing your environment is often one of the fastest ways to change your life. Number 7. You are always one decision away from a different life. Life often feels fixed, as if your situation is permanent. But in reality, your life is constantly shaped by decisions, small and large, that accumulate over time. One decision can change your direction, your habits, and eventually your entire future. Many people underestimate the power of a single choice because its impact is not immediate. But decisions compound. Choosing to learn instead of waste time, to act instead of delay, to try instead of avoid, these small shifts build momentum. Understanding this gives you a sense of control. You may not change everything instantly, but you can change your next decision. And sometimes, that is all it takes to start a completely different path. Growth is not about becoming someone new, it's about understanding yourself at a deeper level. The more you question, the more you learn, and the more control you gain over your own path. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and never miss future videos, so you can keep discovering ideas that challenge your thinking and help you see the world in a completely new way.